brushed it with a garlic butter
good.
as well. Let's get a look at the cross section here.
Oh my goodness, the way you cut that
Look
bread.
at that. See how the egg just kind of runs a little bit over the bacon? Maybe we cook breakfast.
Welcome to the Bogey Bro Banter.
Welcome to the Bogey Bro Banter.
It's Banter.
Welcome to the breakfast nook. Sorry, that's tomorrow.
Yeah, we
we-
just
so-
finished. We just finished recording breakfast. Nook.
Yeah, you're right. That
They
comes
walked
out
us
later.
through.
You guys
how to-
won't see that until.
I forget.
I can't remember. what we said.
They walked us through how to make a beautiful broccoli and cheddar quiche. It was gorgeous.
Love quiche.
Yeah, we're all starving now.
You just swallow like the loudest you've ever in your life.
I don't think that was me.
That wasn't me.
Maybe it was different.
It had to be you.
It had to be you. I just heard a gulp.
I can't even swallow that.
There's a ghost in here with a mic
Okay.
swallowing.
Yeah.
No.
All right. So a bet. Yeah, the bet's
Tell me
what I
about
want
this
to talk
bet.
about.
I'm in suspense now.
So basically,
Konner had
I have
like a
five,
surprise
I have
earlier.
5 blizzards
Got-
on the line. So I'm willing to
Five
offer you.
blizzards.
I'm willing to
I think
offer
I have
you
one.
2 of them. No, on the line for this. Brody's offered me 5 blizzards if I can do this.
It's called online.
So I'm willing to offer you 2 of those 5.
Okay.
So I'll take 3. You take
Okay.
2. I have to
Classic 60-40.
play Poplar Forest Golf Course
Yeah.
twice. So 18 holes.
Yes.
End of January, and break 100.
Yeah, you could definitely do that.
That right?
Well, I say that, but it
I've
would be
shot
tough.
a 49
It would be
from the
tough.
white tees
To
there
the end
before.
of by the end of January.
And from the tips.
Here's the. Oh gosh, no chance.
Hey, I need you on my team.
Here's the problem: is it's so cold.
Oh no, cold doesn't bother me.
But like they will close the course down in the worst time. Like if it's frozen, like they won't have the course open. Like
But I just need. I can just go to my backyard and hit.
so breaking 100. Here's the key. Here's like how you break 100. Right. This is like there's way like in golf.
Here's
There's
the
like
trick.
Well, in golf they talk about like what you need to focus on to break certain numbers. So like when you like. Because, like, the difference between breaking, let's, like, for example, when you want to break 90, usually what you have to get good at is you have to, like, clean up your short game. But and then when you want to break 80, you have to, like, be able to hit, like, all the greens when you're in the fairway. Like, you need to be hitting greens. Breaking 100, typically the strategy for breaking 100 is first thing you need to do is develop a fairway ball, something you can hit in the middle of the fairway. It's not going to be pretty or go super far, but you're hitting
Fairway ball.
You're keeping yourself in play. And the best way to do that is develop some kind of consistent swing and then take a side of the course out of play. So for you, you'd probably take the left side. It is out of play because your natural, miss is
Everything
gonna be
wants to go right.
So you're going to take the left side of the course out of play. You're going to know that your miss is never going left, and you're going to develop something that gets you in play off the tee. So that's your first step. Your next step to breaking 100 is your goal is to get your second shot on or around the green. You're just trying to get your second shot to that green area.
Well, that's on
or
a par.
in regulation. So par 3, your first shot. Par 5, your third shot.
Yeah.
Par 4, we're saying par 4, your second shot. You just got to get it around the green, somewhere around there. And then your third shot, you're just trying to get it on the green, just anywhere on the green. And then give yourselves 2 putts in the perfect scenario, 3 at worst. That's like your strategy. That's how I used to think about when I first started golfing is like first drive, I'm in play. Second shot, I'm green side or on the green or anywhere around there. Then I'm getting on the dance floor.
What can I average a hole?
So bogey golf is a 90. So you got to shoot 9. You get 9 strokes above bogey golf. So that's the best way to when you're.
So I can double bogey 9 of the holes out there.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So like because
So
bogeys
the first
are like
time
your pars.
through, I could just take double bogeys everywhere, and the second time through, I can just take bogeys everywhere, and I'm happy. I'm fine.
Yeah. So like because that's the other thing when you're breaking 100.
I feel like it's an
Pars
advantage
are
to play this 9-hole course twice.
Yeah, well, sure, because less holes you have to like memorize.
Yeah, like I can just know. I can know
You just have a
Poplar like
game
the back.
That's
of
the
my
other
hand.
thing is you gotta when it comes to like breaking 100 too. It helps to have like a game plan too.
I think what I'm gonna do is this week.
for the course.
Or dang it, I'm going out of town.
I think you're big.
At some point next week, I'm gonna go just set where am I at right now.
Yeah, you
I'm
need
gonna
to play it first.
I'm gonna go play Poplar twice.
Yeah.
From the tips, or I'll just play 9
What
holes.
does
and
that
multiply
mean?
it. The
from
farthest
the furthest
back.
tees.
Okay, gotcha.
We need
So
to
I'm
use
gonna
that
go-
in disc golf more. It's a great term. The tip.
It
So I'm
is.
gonna go-
I like it. It
Because
was
it's like the
confusing
tip
to
of
me.
the tee box is basically what they're referring to.
That makes sense.
Which doesn't exist in disc golf.
So I'm gonna just go to Poplar,
I bet you shoot anywhere in the 120 to 130 range
and I'm gonna just see where I'm at.
if you just went out there by yourself.
I'm gonna just see where I'm at. Just see what I'm feeling.
Because your biggest struggle, I believe
That way, I know where I'm struggling. I know what I shot and all that. So then I can just be like, look, I was finding fairways left and right, but frick me after that.
I think you'll be able to figure out enough of a thing around the green to where you're gonna have to get good. You're gonna have to get good at making the putts 3 feet and in. The ones that like to make the 2 putt.
So how do you practice putting? I just got to go there and just putt it out.
No, this is what you do. There's so many putting drills. You can do like gate drills where you need tees and golf balls. That's all you need to practice putting, like to some extent.
But where do I putt?
Here's a putting drill I like. You find a relatively flat spot, right, and you go around.
Are we talking at the golf course or at my house?
At the golf course.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I got to go there to putt.
On the putting green, and you take tees and you go like 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot, and you do that on all 4 sides of the hole eventually. So you're getting different breaks, and you put 3 balls at each, and you have to make all 3 to move back to the next one, and then the next one. If you miss one, you go all the way back to the beginning. That is how you get good at putting because you learn to pressure putt, and those putts, and it's the same with disc golf, like making your 30 footers. In golf, if you're 3 foot and in, if you're pretty money, you will literally save yourself like 10 strokes. Especially when you're trying to break 100. So you got to get good. You got to get good at those putts. You got to develop some kind of consistent chip, which I think you can. Like I think you were doing pretty well with it.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not gonna like. I want to develop my game to shoot a 90.
No, right. Your chip doesn't need to be anything.
That's what I'm saying.
Your
I think
chip
I'm gonna
needs
just
to
do
be.
the
I'm
putting
gonna get
stroke.
I'm gonna get the ball in the air and I'm gonna get it on the green.
Yeah.
That's your chip. The hardest thing for you is probably going to be the second shot because the first shot you're teeing up, so you have an advantage there. The second shot is gonna be the toughest because you're playing with whatever lie you're given. And you're going to have to be able to hit a club in like towards the green and get it up there. That's your toughest shot. The other tough thing is the consistency factor because you're not allowed time to practice, and you got to be prepared. Oh my gosh, I just topped one off the tee because I'm not super consistent yet. Now what do I do? Like now I'm going to take an 8. Like that's where it gets tricky.
But I feel like I could sneak a par in here and there.
Making par is hard.
I know it's very hard, but I feel like I could just like slide one in.
Making par, like that's
There's
where
some holes out there that are relatively easy for a golf hole.
If you are if you're like going according to strategy, and you're getting your second shot up and around the green area, you're giving yourself. You got every single time. If you do that, you just say, okay, I got to get up and down for par. That's your shot. And then, like if you got to get to the point where you get greenside and you know that okay, I can get up and down for par from here. The worst comes to worst, I 2-putt.
Yeah.
And I make bogey and then on to the next hole. You got to save your doubles for when you like duff one or chunk one or like hit a bad shot. That you can't make mistakes.
Do I go drivers
parts.
off the tee?
Yes. You need to hit it far.
I only have 2 months.
It doesn't.
My driver's what terrifies me.
It is easier than you think.
That's
to
what I'm
hit
saying. Where
a controlled
that's where I need
driver
help.
off the tee. Yeah, no, definitely. You definitely do. But you did really.
Brody was like, "Yeah, dude, I'll be your caddy." I was like, "No, frick you. You're as far away from me as possible."
Really?
I did. Whenever I watched debate night last night, I like just skipped ahead and I landed right on that conversation that you just talked about.
Yeah, yeah. Brody was like, "Yeah, dude, I'll caddy for you. I'll do this." I'm like, "No, no. You've already told me. I don't want to hear a word out of you about my golf swing other than, wow, Hunter, that looks great now."
You're really the thing with your driver. When you make contact, like when you make solid contact, obviously you hit like a block slice. So there's just two things that have to be done. A, you have to get the club face closed. There's just a number of ways to accomplish that. And then B, you have to change your swing path.
Yeah, my club face, I'm pretty confident.
You're getting it closed?
It's getting way more closed than it's ever been before.
So the best way to fix your swing path, what you do, so there's basically an in to out and out to in swing path. So if you're going from in to out. I
feel like I'm going out to in.
Yes, out to in is like the typical and miss, basically, where you're basically pulling the club across the ball and slicing across it. I'm a lefty, so it looks weird.
That was very good. I thought you were throwing.
He was throwing a disc off.
So the way you change that. So let's say my phone is the ball, and right now you're a right-handed golfer, so you're pulling from out here and you're going across like this, creating that spin slice. So you have to get the club.
No, I'm going this way. This spin slice.
What? Slice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
you guys are both turning it the same.
Literally
way.
what I just did. Yeah.
The way you did it just confused the frick out of me.
So you need to get your club coming from here and going this way. Now, most likely, if we try to change your path to going in from here, what it'll actually happen is instead of going like this, you'll probably be going like this and just hitting a fade, which is fine. That is okay. Like I typically naturally play a fade. A lot of people do. It's actually
what's that?
A fade is basically getting a tee shot if you're a right-handed golfer to fade to the right instead of draw to the left. A draw is actually...
So basically, my slice is just a, like, really bad fade.
It's just a fade that is being over-exaggerated, right? Because a fade is actually easier to control than a draw. Draws go further because they they bounce a lot more when they land as well, but they are a lot harder to control the arc, where a fade is a little easier to control. So a fade is an okay thing. So what you'll do a lot of times is there's drills where you basically will put like club head covers, or like you can use alignment rods and you stick them in the ground, and you'll usually put them like on the outside edge of the right edge of the golf ball. So where when you swing, you have to try and miss it. And the only way to do that is to swing from the correct spot, like inside. There's drills like, so you would do stuff like that at the range until you basically you got to learn. The thing about golf
certified golfer.
The thing about golf is that the way you learn to do things is you have to force yourself to do things by using training aids until you learn what the feeling is in your arms. Then you're like, oh, okay, that's what that swing should feel like. And then you figure it out. Golf goes so far as there's like this machine that like nobody really has. It's so expensive, but literally you strap your arms into it, and this machine takes your arms back and through you can program it to like do a perfect golf swing, so you can feel what that feels like. Imagine we had that for disc golf. You could put your hand in something and it pulled it through the exact way Paul's arm travels, and you could just feel what that feels like.
That'd be mind-blowing.
It'd be incredible.
That'd be very cool.
It'd be incredible. They have something like that for golf, and I want to try it so bad. But yeah, so like I genuinely believe you have enough coordination. Consistency is never going to be perfect, but I could at least get you to hit good shots.
I just need to be skilled enough that day I show up to the course with a chance to break 100.
I think I could.
If I have a chance to break 100, then it's just going to be like, am I clutch or not?
Clutch or not.
It's just things are just have to go right for you.
Like if it's a break 100 series and I shoot a 105, I'm not getting the blizzards, but I'm like, okay, that was respectable.
Did you have to put anything up? 5 blizzards?
Nothing.
Oh wow.
I just got to show up and play.
Okay. Well.
I mean, I guess I got to put up my time for the next 2 months.
Yeah.
And money, because got to go to the range.
Yep.
So yeah, there it is though. That's the golf bet.
It's difficult but doable. It's tough for me because like
that's fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
When I seriously got into golf, I had already I played golf when I was like young, like 6, 7, 8 years old, and learned the swing and everything, and then dropped it, and then picked it up again like later in high school, like my sophomore year I think, or my freshman year in high school. And when I first started playing, I literally went from breaking 120 to 110 to 100 to 90 in like a span of 2 months probably. But it's because I already had a foundation of a swing. I was just kind of figuring it out again. Whereas with you, it's a little more scratch to some extent. So I don't really know how quickly. I know the thing about golf is that's different than disc golf, and I think in some ways is course management, like just knowing, okay, don't do that, do this. It's the same with both sports, but in golf, I think it's more severe to where if you know how to manage the course in golf, you can shave off so many strokes so fast. Just knowing like, hey, don't do this instead. So that alone would help you. Like if I was there caddying for you.
You are going to caddy for me.
That's what I'm saying.
You're going to be my caddy. Brody's going to be the commentator.
That alone will save you like 5 strokes.
That's
probably.
what I'm saying.
Just me being like, okay, you actually need to just like, your best shot here is just hit the club you know is going to go far instead of doing this or that.
Just rail on your 7-iron, Hunter.
It is going to be, that's a lot of pressure though.
Yeah, that's the only thing. It's a factor. I got to show up and do it that day.
When I used to play golf in high school, like competitively, like there is nothing that compares. Like you can practice all you want, but you get to like throwing a disc, you can only mess up so bad.
I could have
hitting
a chance.
A golf ball off a tee in front of all these high schoolers, like, and you're competing for a team, like you're shaking, nervous.
I could get onto the green terrifying. Of 18. And be like, all right, if I just 3-putt this, I do it.
Yeah,
just like get it close to the hole. Yeah, it's tough, man.
Like that's in disc golf. If I get to the green and I'm like, if I 3-putt this, I win. Easiest win
golf,
ever.
Yeah, 1-foot putt, even like one of the closest putts before you're just like kicking it in, basically, is still difficult under pressure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's still terrifying.
And yeah, you're right. Like if you're 10 feet away, 2-putting is not routine.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
the ball rolls.
In disc golf, I'm like, I just got to get off the tee. I get off the tee, I'm like, all right, now I'm fine. In golf, I'm like, frick, I'm not fine till I'm in the hole.
Yeah.
Yikes, man. That's going to be, that'll be interesting.
It's going to be fun. I'm excited.
It's going to be cold.
Let's actually look at the poll. Who's winning in the, who's up next for the break, whatever, at New London.
It was Konner, pretty heavy.
Was it Konner? Who, did we put the poll out?
I'm scared.
I told him what our plan was, and he's like already sweating.
I'm terrified.
You told Konner the plan?
Well, I told him before I even texted you.
What the frick, man?
Before I even texted you.
Oh, the whole idea was to show up and not know, and then just like,
no, it's better this way because he's already freaking out.
I'm so scared
because now he's gonna like practice and get ready for it.
Well, not if
that's not even the certified plan yet.
No, it was never an actual plan.
We were talking very hypotheticals.
The final result was Konner 34%, me 25%, Silas 20%, and Brody 21%.
So what we were talking about was putting a one wheel on the line for Konner's break series video. It's what he wants more than life itself.
Whenever it comes to like tangible items, a one wheel is my greatest desire.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now, Hunter, it doesn't matter if he knows it's coming.
Yours
if he doesn't,
is a break 90, right?
It would. I told him, he said his best score. He shouldn't have told me this, but he told me his best score is an 86 in New London, and I said the only way they're gonna let you do the one wheel thing is if it's the break 85.
I think the line was set at 90.
Right, but I'm just saying there's no way they're gonna let you do break 90 for a one wheel.
4 strokes off the best thing for a one. But we have to buy the one wheel before.
No, you don't. That's the thing. You don't.
So we're just not even buying it before.
Yeah,
because I kind of like the idea of like, if you don't, then I'm gonna just cruise around on a one wheel around you.
No, I think it's funnier if if it doesn't even enter the building unless he does it.
That's true too.
Because I'm telling you right now, it doesn't matter
if
how prepared he thinks he is.
If we're not buying it no matter what, then yeah, it's gonna be 85.
Yeah, and it'd be the funniest video ever.
But the only thing that's weird about that is then he has the same line as you.
That's what I said. His line was 85, and he has marginally way bigger.
I had nothing on the line.
Better than me.
I had nothing on the line, and I shot 6 better than that.
Yeah, but I don't listen, I don't care what the rules are. I'm going to be trying to break 100 whenever that much pressure is on the line. So it doesn't matter what's going on.
What we'll do is if that's the certified, like we're one wheels on the line.
Maybe the line's 87.
We'll just look.
Maybe we just go in between.
No, I think we just look at your U-disc and just see was the 86.
He has like 2 scores logged in his U-disc, remember?
Yeah,
all time.
I very rarely complete
That's what I was saying.
That's tough then.
Maybe the line's like 87. It's in between.
Maybe we just do 86. Your best score. Can you beat your best score ever out there?
Oh my god!
If you tie 86, you don't get.
I just know.
Oh my god!
It's break 86.
Yeah, you got to break it. Yeah, I just know that would be the funniest video ever.
Mine's 75. There's no way I'm doing that.
Because Konner wouldn't say a word.
I told Trevor, you guys think that you've seen me get mad at myself.
He would just be mumbling under his breath the whole time, like, just get in the fairway, just be in the fairway, just make the putts. Like,
I'd be like, Konner, man, I really think shut up, Hunter.
That's the thing, is that I was excited about it because I was like, oh, I think that I would have such a good time. Everybody just hyping me up. Like, I think I would throw some of my best shots. But I think that if the one wheel's on the line, I don't think you guys are hyping me up. I think that you guys are coming after me.
No, I would never come after you.
We would hype you up.
Would you?
Yeah.
All right, well, then I'm ready.
I want you to succeed.
We would hype you up.
I'm ready.
I want you to succeed.
I just don't, I think the odds are insurmountable.
I just feel like because of how funny it would be if I didn't do it, I just feel like, I would, yeah.
Well, the thing is,
I'm
like,
terrified.
I can get behind the.
If you don't play the video, you're not getting the one wheel anyways. So like,
yeah,
it's giving you a shot at the one
definitely.
wheel.
It is legitimately, I think, the most nervous I would ever be.
Yeah, frick yeah.
I mean, that's just.
That is a really good way for you guys
like,
to feel convicted. If you feel that way about tangible items, you're not a good person. And I'm now realizing I'm not a good person.
What are we putting on the line for like Silas or me or Brody?
Well, I didn't have anything on the line.
Yeah, I know.
A hug.
Well,
or
the
like
thing
a
is,
high five?
nobody has ever. The only reason we're kind of doing it with Konner, I think, is because nobody's ever talked about wanting something as bad as Konner wants that one wheel. Like, I can see it in his veins.
What if we made it? What if the rule was like you just can't own a one wheel if you don't do it? we are physically telling you can't buy one yourself.
You can never.
You just are never. If you don't break 90 this day at New London, can never own a one wheel.
That's just kind of dark at that point. He's gonna be like 60 years old, and you're gonna show up to his house like with Papa's tires on his one wheel that he finally bought.
That'd be funny.
I mean. Yeah, I think that's a heck of a video.
That is.
The
only bad part is like we need to make sure we hype it up the right way. Because if you just put like one wheel on the line in a title,
nobody knows.
Like people don't realize that's the equivalent of like $10,000 on the line for Konner.
It is like I can't even express how large my desire is.
That's what I'm saying. Like people need to know how big of a prize that is on the line. Like it's not just like an $1,800 prize.
No, it's
like this is
like I think for most people the opportunity to win something would be really exciting for them, but thinking about this video and thinking about there's a possibility of me having a one wheel doesn't even sound like fun to me because
that's what I'm saying. This is like
scared.
This is like a Mr. Beast challenge.
Yeah,
realistically,
it really is.
Except for it just doesn't cost us as much as the Mr. Beast challenge. I'm just saying the pressure that you feel will be probably the same as that guy who like if he took his hand off the car lost $20,000.
Yeah. Which that guy, I think that there's no way I'd ever be losing
my
that.
gosh.
Just to be clear.
Every time I watch those videos, I'm like, you gotta understand that you have to prime my
I will
dead body
pee
off this
myself.
stuff, yeah.
I will poop
Now
myself.
I did see one video.
I will eat my finger.
The one Mr. Beast where they did
I think
if you
some of them
leave
you
the
just-
circle,
Yeah.
it was like if you leave the circle, you like last one to leave wins 500,000. Those people were some of the first people I've seen with like the kind of resolve I would have, where the only way they got people out towards the end was by like doing challenges, basically. Like they weren't leaving, and they were eating like oatmeal and sleeping in a circle for like literally 2 weeks. So like those are the people I'm like, that would be me. But yeah,
See,
sometimes
my
those
thing is,
videos I'm like no, I'm
the
not
hand
leaving.
on a car, I would go in with that idea of like, I'm never leaving. But at like 2 days in, I feel like there would be just a
it's-
lapse of judgment at some point
No, dude.
of me just being like,
No chance. Oh, like you do something reactionary?
that's what I'm saying.
Maybe.
Like, I think there wouldn't be a lapse of judgment of me like,
I would take my hand to
Screw
it if I was allowed.
I'm just saying, like, I think there'd be a lapse of judgment of me just like adjusting my shirt
So
and then going
that-
back and be like,
So there's another
I was
funny
lost.
video. Connor and I each put our hand on a one wheel. Last one to leave gets it. And if I get it, I'm blowing it up. And we just test his resolve. See if he put his money in his mouth
that's
is.
so funny. That is so funny.
well, it'd really be testing your resolve.
To see how
Yeah.
much I want to see Connor.
See how much you want to see Connor not get
like
that
how
one
much I
wheel.
not like Connor, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I'm a pretty spiteful person, but I don't think I'd have the guts to like to do that. Because knowing that my only goal.
Just know that we would get to where like we've both been on there for days,
No,
and I would
here's
be
what we would
looking at
do.
you in the eyes with tears in my eyes, be like, come on, man, you know I need this. I need this.
Here's what we would do: is you'd put both of your hands on the picture of the one wheel. If you take your hand off, you have to buy Connor the one wheel.
Oh, if that was the case,
then that is
if-
equal like stakes.
That's what I'm saying. Because then, like,
No,
there's
because then
something on the line
it
for
would
you.
go the other way around. Because Connor would be the one feeling bad that I'd have to buy
I
it,
would.
and
That's
he would
true.
take his hand
That
off.
is true. I would. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I would compete in that.
It now, if
Okay,
you're
but
talking,
if you take your hand off, you have to buy him a one wheel.
then you're gonna have
Someone's
two.
buying
Then
someone
you're
a
gonna have
one
two
wheel.
dead bodies attached to a picture of a one wheel. That's what you're gonna have.
That's kind
then.
of what I'm trying to get here.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Then you're literally gonna walk in and see skeletons with their hand resting on a one wheel picture.
I have something to bring up.
How much? Okay, that's the worst
All right,
case
go
scenario.
ahead.
Sorry.
No, it's
One more
okay.
thing on the one wheel. That's the worst case scenario. If your punishment was you had to spend money on the one wheel for someone who didn't want one.
That would be. And
and I just like
genuinely
use
the
it as a
worst.
shelf in my house.
He's like
just
take
mounted
the
on your
tire
wall.
off.
I use the battery for something else.
That'd be
All right,
fine. You can bring
I have
some up.
something that I would like to say. Hunter does not know this, but Hunter, there is definitely a bird in our warehouse.
Yeah, it's true. I saw bird poop yesterday.
We saw bird.
Oh,
We saw bird poop. Yeah.
See, now that's a bigger issue. A bird flying around is like, whatever. It's going out.
It was over towards the.
Well,
door
we have
to
not seen the
FCA.
bird, but there's definitely poopage.
A little
It
bit.
could have been like old poopage.
No,
There
it
is-
landed
no,
in an
yeah.
open box that was yet to be like packed. It was like one of the mystery boxes that we were going to pack. So
It pooped on a box, on a mystery box.
Well,
mystery
obviously we
box.
didn't use it. Like
Yeah,
we moved it.
we got rid of it, but
It was like a little bit, but like
That's terrifying.
yeah. Well, we don't ever put things over in that corner either.
What
It
corner
was
was it?
over where the door is to go to the.
I
other
saw another
office.
piece of poopage earlier that day. I just didn't know it was poopage yet.
Okay,
Where was that one at?
where was it?
It was near like the accessories shelf,
That's a little scarier.
but it was like on the side of
How
a-
is
of-
my question though? Maybe he's staying there at night and just goes out in the day.
or
We'll
he's
see.
gone. Maybe he just came in. He came
Dropped a
in. He had a
few
poop
turds and
2
left.
times, and then he's gone now.
That could be true because
He
like
could've-
surely we
yeah.
would see it.
Because we would have seen or heard him yesterday.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. Okay, no big deal.
That's it. I just thought you would want to know,
Yeah, I don't really know how to handle that,
and
but
so I would tell you about it in front of everybody.
nice. I appreciate it. That's what the Bogey Bro Banter's for. We forget there's cameras.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's what it's always been about.
You are on something today.
That table resonates something serious.
Don't do that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Jesus, resignators.
Sorry, I hiccuped.
What's your topic, Trevor? You want to bring up?
Oh, Jim. The gym.
Who's Jim?
Frick yeah.
The gym.
We're gym
how
bros.
How did it take us this long to get there? Hunter and I. It's kind of awkward. Connor's sitting over there, but Hunter and I went to the gym today for the
Can you
first
tell?
time in I don't know how long it's been for Hunter.
It's been a solid like 5 years.
I have never
at
been
least.
like the only time I worked.
I've never walked into a commercial gym.
Right,
like this.
neither have I. I used to like do workouts with like my teams in sports in high school, but like this is the first time I walked into a gym.
I went to,
like
like,
I'm
a-
gonna work out.
The only gym I ever paid for after high school, because high school I just used our school's gym.
Yeah.
It was like a really small like trainer gym because I was like I had a trainer
Yeah.
for 2 months, but that was a very small gym.
Heck yeah. We have access to a trainer, don't we, with our membership? If you have the black card.
Oh, not the black card.
Loser.
I'm paying $10 a month.
What does the $10 a month get you?
Into the gym.
Just into the gym.
Oh, that's a pretty good.
And the
deal
shower.
right
Shower's great.
Let me read off what
You don't get the hydro massage.
I'm just
though,
like
or the tanning bed.
No.
I'm like 100% all in kind of guy. So I know that if I don't commit to something 100% all in, I might not stick to it. But if I do, I will.
The only thing I wish I had the black card for is I'm going to be in Gatlinburg this weekend.
Right.
And
I like that you
can't-
can go to any
I
Planet
can't
Fitness.
go
if I'm
into the
ever
Planet
somewhere.
Fitness there
Yeah.
unless I upgrade.
I like that.
How much is it a month, the black card?
20, I think.
So if I cancel Lizzie's membership, she's not using.
Yes. That's
And
kinda,
then you can bring unlimited guests. So if you and Lizzie can go together.
you
and-
bring one guest each time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By unlimited, I mean like there's no cap on how many times.
Yes. I don't.
So I should just switch mine and cancel Liz's.
That's what I think
Yes.
that we're going to do. I'm going to get mine on Friday.
Heck yeah. Friday
Okay,
morning?
I get-
5:30. Oh, I won't be there.
So I get use of any Planet Fitness worldwide. I bring a guest anytime. Use of hydro massage. Use of tanning. 50% off all drinks at there. So if I want to get bottled water, 50% off, I guess. And then 20% off at Reebok.com. I guess that's their partner. But yeah, anyways, we walked in the gym today for the first time. We're gonna start working out in the
Pretty
mornings
great.
before work. And
Wasn't
you know
a lot
what?
of people there.
Yeah, we got there like 5:30 in the morning, and it was a great time. I felt great. I worked out my legs, and they're gonna hurt tomorrow because we're still running. We've been running for since the spring, and we ran our actual 5K.
Oh,
on
yeah.
Thanksgiving.
They never heard the results.
Yeah,
If
so-
you're not on Twitter.
So we ran the 5K, the turkey trot on Thanksgiving. That was something we were not really working towards because it's not hard to finish a
yeah.
5K, but it was kind of like a
That's what got us started. Was
Yeah.
we needed a race to get us to train.
right, and it was kind of like a landmark thing. Like, hey, let's see where we're at. Let's see how fast we can run this 5K. So we ran it. Me, Hunter, Brody, Kelsey, and Brody's mom was actually there too, as well as my in-laws were both there, and we all ran it, and we had a great time. My time was 25:27 official.
Mine was
clocked.
27:17, I believe.
We ran good times.
Here's what ended up happening. Okay, so
yeah, give him the explanation of how it worked.
So
for
we're
you.
all obviously like turkey
I
trot.
didn't see anybody's. I was just running.
Turkey
You had
trot.
the
There's
interesting.
just all these people, right? Hundreds of
Couple
people. There's a
thousand.
few thousand people there for ours, but there's a few hundred people immediately around you. So the thing goes off, and we're standing next to Brody and Kelsey. They were like, "Hey, we're just kind of running."
They weren't training.
Y'all go
they didn't
on.
have time to train as much as we did.
And so as soon as it starts, my head, I was like, I need to let Trevor just get ahead of me a little bit because if I run right next to Trevor, I know myself, I'm gonna gas out. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I let Trevor get ahead of me. I'll keep him in sight, and then I'll just push when it matters. So
Was your goal to beat him?
it wasn't I need to beat him, but if I had a shot, I was gonna take it.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, I was too competitive. If I had a chance, I was going to take it.
In my mind, I
understand.
wasn't thinking you were going to try to beat me at all.
Yeah, I didn't start the race with the intentions of beating you. I just knew if I
also
got to
started
the
out,
end.
I started out so much faster than I wanted to that I thought he's got to be way
So
back
that's
there.
what ended up happening is we both started, and I wasn't looking at my pace. I run and I'm watching my pace because I'm trying to train at certain paces. I wasn't looking at my pace, so I just kind of sent it. So we're running and we're bobbing and weaving, and I was I started literally from me to you, Connor, less than 10 feet behind Trevor. I just kind of trucked along with him until he got out of the crowd because he was bobbing and weaving, and wherever he'd go, I was I'm
You got to
just following
jockey
him.
for position at the beginning.
Yeah.
It takes up
Yeah.
strength.
So we were just going. So we get to the first mile, and Trevor's
super downhill
a
first
decent
mile.
bit ahead of me. Not a decent bit, but I think you're probably 15, 20 seconds ahead.
I have no idea.
I was an 8-minute pace or close to it.
I ran the first 2 miles at a 7:40.
So Trevor's about 20 seconds ahead of me. So I could see Trevor. Goal, done. I hear the time go 8 minutes, but I'm feeling great. I've been training at about 8:50 to 9 minutes.
These are way faster paces than either of us had run.
But I was like, you know what? I knew adrenaline was going to kick in. I just need to ride it. So I just keep along. Same goal of mine, just keep Trevor. Second minute, I can still see Trevor, or second mile, I can still see Trevor. I think my average pace for the 2 miles was about 8 minutes, but I think I ran the second one a little faster. I don't actually know. But regardless, I could see
the
Trevor.
end of that second mile is where the trouble starts.
So the second mile, you get up, you start going up this hill to end the second mile. So we get to the top to end the second mile, and then you turn, you go up a little bit more, and then you go downhill. So going downhill, or when at the 2 mile clock in, it said Trevor was 100 meters ahead of me. So he's about 300 feet.
Yeah, this guy was tracking me.
Yeah, I had it tracked on my app. And so I was like, all right, you know what? 300 feet, that's not that far. Because I could see him. And I was like, in my head, I was even thinking, that's not actually 300 feet. There's no way. And so as we started
I
going
can throw
downhill,
my Casey Rock up there.
yeah, as we started going downhill, I like started getting like I was passing people a little bit. I was trying to like conserve energy because I knew I was going to finish uphill. But I started passing people
I was
here and
conserving
there.
hard on that downhill.
And so I was picking
cooked.
up speed. I was picking up, the gap was tightening. So we make this corner, and Trevor made the corner. I saw him. And then I make the corner. My phone goes 50 meters. So I'm like, I've cut it in half down this hill.
Still a lot.
So I'm like, game time.
It's a lot for a half mile uphill.
We're going uphill. Like, this is game time.
It was your chance, though.
I put my head down, and I just didn't pay attention to where Trevor was anymore. I just started passing people. That's all I cared about. Pass. I'm like booking it. I was probably going like 7 minutes some mile at this point, trying to get up this hill.
It's impressive.
I'm going, I feel great. I don't feel anything, right? Out of nowhere, I like look up, and Trevor is like inside. He's probably like 5 to 6 people ahead of me. I'm like, I've done it. Like, if I push and just pass Trevor, then we're just going to sprint it out.
That would have been an incredible finish because
Yeah.
I was pushing it. When I got to the top of that uphill on the final stretch, I was trying to okay, it's the end. Like, try and like sprint it out, and my body just wouldn't go past.
Yeah,
How much distance was left at this point?
At this point,
I have no idea because I didn't even know.
I mean, I wasn't looking hard at the app, so I don't know, but like, I would guess 0.2, maybe less.
Oh, okay, so you guys were less than a mile.
Yes, well less than a mile.
Yeah.
Because we were on like this uphill stretch, just made it feel like you were running for a lot longer.
Okay, gotcha.
And about the time I noticed there's 6 people in front of me, I just feel my stomach have a little bulge, like a little. I was like, that was weird.
It.
And I just kept going down the river. I was like, I just completely stopped in the middle of the road because I was like, I'm not going to be the guy that just throws up in a turkey trot. So I stopped and I was like,
so funny.
I'm standing there and everyone I pass just starts going by me, but I was like, I don't even care. And I'm like, and I was like, oh gosh. So I walk over to the side at this point because I'm like, it's coming, it's over. And I'm standing there and like there's staff like looking at me like what's about to happen. I was like, and that one like it hurt hard. I was like, ugh. So I'm sitting there and I'm like,
it reminds me of the hot sauce thing all over again.
I'm like sitting there like
so funny.
Trying to focus on my breathing because I'm like, Hunter, do not throw up. That was the last gag. So I was like, whew. So then I just started walking up the hill a little bit. I'm like, okay, I think my stomach's fine. So I'm like walking a little bit, and so then I started a light jog, and then I just got back up to like my 8-minute pace where I was at, and then I felt fine and finished it out. But so that's why Trevor beat me by a minute and a half.
That's so sad. That could have been such a fun story.
If I would have just like put my head down and like actually sent it, I would have thrown up. It would have been funny if I passed Trevor. And I was just like,
That'd be hilarious.
Oh my gosh! And then like
I just get up to it like,
I don't know if you would have passed me. I don't know if I would have had an extra gear or if I would have just given it to you honestly because I probably would have been shocked.
Oh
because
my gosh!
I hadn't seen you.
Trevor is just like running up there oblivious because you don't even think that he's trying to pass.
I didn't even know where he was.
And then you just look over and Hunter's like.
He just starts like leaking a little bit. Oh my gosh!
yeah. So that
He
was
kind of
like,
looks like, hey man, see you later.
it was just kind of like it was like I said when I started. It wasn't my goal to beat Trevor, but like once I
just
realized,
saw an opportunity.
like once we were going downhill, and I was like, I could tell like Trevor was
that's the
slowing up.
problem.
I was like, this is game time. Like I can pass him. I know I can.
It's kind of the problem with a track where there's long stretches like that are straight like that is I'm always going to be in sight probably even if I'm actually a lot further than you think. So
But
it's
once the thing
you feel
told
like
me-
you can do it.
Once it told me 50 meters and I knew I just cut it in half, that's when I really felt.
The end of the second mile because my last mile was still an 8-minute pace, which was pretty good, and then obviously there's the 0.15 at the end, but because the uphill before that downhill. The last downhill was the one that really killed me. So that downhill, I was just like trying to catch my breath. And then that last uphill, you just kind of had to like just dig for it, basically.
I'm proud of you, Hunter.
I want to know what I would have ran had I not tried to pass Trevor. Like, I want to know what my time would have been
Probably
if I
would have
wouldn't
been like 26. You probably been like
I just want to know what my
time.
time. Like, this was still with me almost throwing up and like adding a minute whatever to my time.
Yeah.
It was still my fastest 5K I ever ran.
Same
like
with me,
time
it was
wise
my
training.
fastest. You'd probably been like 20 to 30 seconds behind me.
Yeah. And so I just want to know like if I wouldn't have been an idiot and I would just been like, all right, you know what? Just like cruise on and just chug-a-lug-a-lugged up the hill.
I mean,
like what
try.
time I would
You
have
gotta
finished.
try.
But yeah, there's no way I wasn't trying that.
So we're now we've now set our sights. We're still running. We've added in a little workout thing we're trying to do now, and now we're setting our sights on the Virginia 10 miler next September. I think is like our main goal, but I think our goal is to maybe be in half marathon shape for that race, and also before that race potentially to run a half marathon next year.
Yeah.
And then maybe a marathon the year
from what I
after.
understand, you have to be in half marathon shape for the Virginia 10 miler because
The uphill.
it finishes with what they claim on their website is it finishes with a 1.5 mile uphill stretch. I think Silas must be trying to rent this U-Haul. Guy's got a text that said, a U-Haul representative will be calling you from this number shortly.
You better answer it.
What's the number?
They said they were giving this number to contact by Hunter Thomas. So I guess Silas rented it in my name.
No, you have to have a verified contact, remember?
No, it says we were given this number as a contact by Hunter Thomas.
Oh.
Currently attempting to rent now.
Oh, that's funny.
Silas must be trying to rent as me.
He's using your name. Well, I mean...
That's not going to work when he shows up and he has his license.
Silas is a smart guy. He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You can add in drivers that aren't you, though.
I've actually never been called.
I have.
By this number. So...
Okay.
Well, okay, it did say as a contact. So Silas is just trying to rent as me, but he didn't put my number as me.
I hope that in this latest video, people were able to get the essence of Silas's personality, because it is that
very bubbly.
It's that of a wildflower.
Dude,
we love Silas.
We love
Silas.
Hey, the audience, listen here, okay? You can come
yeah,
after...
if I hear one more roast...
You can come after Trevor and I all you want.
You come after me.
Roast the frick out of all of us. But don't come
after me too hard, though.
Don't you dare roast Silas.
Silas is a precious person.
If it makes you feel better, just put my name where you were going to type Silas's. So you can say what you wanted to say.
That's very brave of you.
Put Hunter.
That's very brave of you.
I've read them all. I've read all these comments about me before.
And this isn't because we've heard anything from Silas about this.
No, but
this
I know
just because we read the comments and it hurt our feelings.
I also know Silas is reading those comments. It was his first video he's ever been in.
Be nice, my friend Silas.
Playing disc golf.
Silas is genuinely one of my favorite people I've ever met. Silas, if you're watching this...
He's not, man.
Don't ever tell yourself
you're such
this,
a simp,
but you're my
dude.
favorite person.
You're such a simp, dude.
I like him.
Simp,
I like Silas.
bro.
All right, well, that's going to wrap up this week. Yeah. That's going to wrap up this week's Bogey Row Banter. Next week, we'll let you know if we're still going to the gym.
We are definitely.
A week later.
I got the black card. That's how this works. Like I said, I overcommit to things. So
I so overcommitted, I paid for a year membership before I ever went.
I did not buy a year in advance.
Yeah. That's not most people.
Just to be
most
clear,
people aren't
I
that
was the
committed.
first one that said that I was getting a membership to Planet Fitness.
Oh, were you? Because I already had a membership at that point.
I said
I was already a member.
And I said
I was already a member at that point, sir.
Yeah, he already was. He's such an old school member. They had to like configure his whole account.
They couldn't even figure out how to give me a barcode.
So
because I've been a member for
funny.
so long.
It makes sense.
That is funny.
That was embarrassing.
I did leg. I feel like today was like the not fun day because I did legs, and like I feel like I had a good time.
I'm interested to see what I feel like tomorrow.
Tomorrow I'm gonna not be able to walk
because I did biceps and back.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt tomorrow.
But like right now I'm feeling okay.
Yeah, that's how it works. You're just not gonna feel good tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I'm sure tomorrow morning I'll wake up and be like, I can't straighten my arms.
I don't know. Let me look and see. We'll get another.
My Monday's leg day.
So I guess my next one is Friday, and that is back and biceps. So what you did today.
Are we on the same plan? What's your plan? We're on the same plan.
Well, yeah, it's a 3-day split from the
so
same.
So my tomorrow is
on a different cycle.
We should get a buzzer that any of us could buzz at any time. And it's just a not interesting buzzer for Bogey Bro Banter that way, because like I feel like sometimes two of us can get caught up in a conversation where you're like, "Were we on the same workout plan?" Like things like that.
I think you're just jealous.
And the other person can be like,
hey,
"Not interesting."
I think you're just jealous.
I'm not jealous of a freaking thing. Okay.
You went down.
I think it's more like majority rule. If one person is saying something, but if there's two people, you have majority.
If there's two people,
that's bullying.
No, it's democracy.
No, that's bullying.
It's democracy.
Friday is my chest and triceps. Monday is my legs. Today was my shortest workout.
Don't hog the hunter on Mondays, man.
Leg day, bro. And then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday are my running days. Monday through Saturday.
Connor, dude, pretty soon I'm going to be throwing hyzer flips with your entire body, man.
I don't understand why this turns into you guys coming after me.
It's just
it's just the gym mentality. You walk in there and you just want to start going after people for not going to the gym. And I've been once to Planet Fitness.
That's enough of this. That's enough of this. We got to get the set ready.
Let's get into the Patreon.
We got to get the set ready for Breakfast Nook.
But first we got to do the Patreon mailbag.
Yeah.
Before y'all shoot Breakfast Nook.
Okay.
All right, we'll talk to y'all next week.
Wait,
ripped. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it's Bogey Row Banter. Sometimes I forget we were recording.
You guys get out of here with stupid chair.